All right. So moving on is we have a lineup of three of what I consider some of the best episodes.
Okay.
So first up, we have the Tigerzord from Power Rangers versus Gundam Epyon from Gundam. Do
I
we
like
have
guns.
do we have any thoughts about these two characters?
I'm an American.
I like Power Rangers.
Tigerzord. I haven't watched Power Rangers in a long time, and I've never watched Gundam, so not much for either of these.
Fair enough.
I think, like, to me, they've always been just like twin concepts. I never really considered, because Power Rangers is like a an action series designed for a very young audience.
Yes.
Whereas
Gundam is definitely more adult.
Yeah, Gundam is more adult, but like how different can the concept really be? Like they're just thematically colored like groups of what are otherwise normal people that are granted some kind of like special privilege to run the mech.
Fair.
I think the only Power Rangers show that I actually watched through as a kid was Samurai.
I mean, Samurai's
many
pretty
are
good,
there?
though. There's a lot.
Oh God.
We're not
Are
gonna
you
open
counting
that right
Japan
now.
or are you counting?
Well, in Japan, they don't have like we don't have our own from Japan. We just dub over and like re-record the scenes outside of the suit.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move forward.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. This is one of my favorite episodes. I'm a Power Rangers fan, so just having Power Rangers on the show is awesome.
Evil.
I also just the original. Like I'm a surface level fan.
Yeah.
Its unknowing pawn.
Oh, did you say something?
Can you go back and listen to that again? It sounds like the start of a early high school or middle school report.
Evil.
Oh.
It has many faces, and sometimes even a good-natured soul may become its unknowing pawn.
Oh, did you say something?
Does it sound like the start of an essay?
Yeah.
Fighting robots.
Or like
Seriously,
ChatGPT
what's going
came
on,
up with
giant
it.
robots? Absolutely nothing.
Which means it
The
sounds
White
great.
Tigerzord, the 6th Thunderzord.
And Epyon, the 6th Gundam. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I mean, just based on the movement of them,
Behold the
which isn't fair to
Thunderzords,
say
mighty
because like
big steel vehicles with
one of them is
power and
animated,
force
one of
like
them
you've never
is
seen
practical.
before.
Unless you live
The
in Japan,
Gundam goes much
and then
faster.
that shit's everywhere.
I mean,
The
Yeah.
Thunderzords are piloted by
Yeah,
the mighty
it is
Morphin
more
Power
mobile.
Rangers. 5
it is a
overpowered
mobile suit
proportional
Gundam.
humans.
But when her boss, Lord Zed, showed up and started beating some serious Ranger ass, the team knew they needed some help.
Thus,
See, I didn't even
giant
know that. I thought
Ranger
Lord
Rube
Zed
and
was
his robot
her
buddies
like
set to work
was
building a
was
new
her
Ranger
peer
with
/
a
like
new Zord.
inferior.
Oh no.
Oh,
I thought he was just like a bizarro Power Ranger. Michael Jackson.
God damn it.
I saw the white boots and I.
Just so
Yeah.
you couldn't help yourself.
The gigantic
the spotlight behind it, it fits.
kitty.
Yeah.
While cats are clearly inferior to dogs, I might make an exception.
Also,
for
I
this
love
one
that
and take it home.
that old trope
Well,
of like
considering after it
28-year-olds
transforms to
playing
warrior
teenagers in
mode,
high
Tigerzord
school.
weighs
Oh,
Yeah.
100
I love it
tons
so
and
much.
stands nearly 15
With like a
feet
receding
tall.
hairline
I
and
don't
Yeah.
think you'll find one-
Oh my god, that's so ridiculous. I love it.
Always in
Yeah.
charge, though. His original
I want to
powers
see him
came from
do
screeching,
the
fire-breathing she-witch Rita.
I want to see him do the
Naturally, it wasn't trick,
Godzilla
and those
thing.
powers came from
Oh,
He could do it.
he could.
Luckily, Rita doesn't logic
He's
much,
5'11",
so
but
the
he's
Rangers reverse the
214.
spell by destroying a completely unrelated object.
Tommy wields Saba, a talking
So
saber
he
that
was
shoots
green and then he
lasers and
turned white when he
controls
joined the
the-
team.
What? Yeah,
he was formerly the Green Ranger and he like was promoted to the White Ranger.
Yeah, and he was evil, and then they destroyed, like they said, a completely unrelated object, and then he turned good. It broke the spell, which it's so dumb.
The Tigerzord.
Shit!
I thought you knew what you were doing. I do. Yeah, you sure could have fooled me.
And is also...
Oh my god, I forgot about this.
multilingual.
That's right. None of you
Power
speaks
Rangers
bird.
Live.
Take me over to the cages. Squawk, squawk, tweet, squawk, tweet.
Everyone that just watched that is now dumber. Or bad.
In battle, the Tigerzord's tail.
That was from like a
doubles as
live
golden
performance.
Tiger
Yeah.
sword.
And shoots fireballs from its chest mouth thing.
White Tiger
It looked like a Dragon Ball.
A little bit, yeah.
Are there 6 or 7 of them?
I think there's 8.
Its greatest asset, however, is its ability to mimic the movement.
Oh no, that'd be 7. There's 7.
Yeah, I think so.
So they're just straight up copying Dragon Ball.
Reaction speed is in the ballpark of 32 times faster than the average person. Thus, the White Ranger can actually react to
I have a weird
attacks in
number,
about 6
but I
milliseconds.
guess they have to give
To
something.
compare,
Yeah.
in the same
Yeah.
given time, a
They're just,
bullet
like, throwing
fired from a
something
gun
out there.
would have only traveled about
They
9
extrapolate
feet.
real
As
hard
the
in these.
Tigerzord mimics the White Ranger in
They
real
get a
time,
lot
it
better
must
with
be
Power
capable of
Rangers
the
in
same
later
speed.
episodes, but at this time it was a lot harder to find good feats for Power Ranger stuff.
Wiz, put your hand on the table.
Wait, is that
No,
from?
not after last time.
What is this?
That's from Aliens.
That's
Yeah.
from Alien.
Anyway, like
That's
I
from
said, in
Ted.
turn, each Power Ranger has his or her individual Zord, which only they can pilot.
I feel like they've been talking about the
However,
White
there have
Ranger
been
for a little
numerous
while.
Instances when a Ranger has called upon
Yeah, a little
other
bit.
Zords.
Like, isn't this
So,
just supposed to
Tommy
be
can call upon
like the Megazord? Oh, I guess Tigerzord specifically for him, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got to pilot it. So they got to talk about him for a bit.
Mm.
Okay.
when a Ranger has called upon other Zords. So, Tommy can call upon the Lion, Griffin, Unicorn, and Phoenix Thunderzords to create the Mega Tigerzord.
But he has to pilot it by himself.
Yeah. But can do it just fine. I don't know how.
The Mega Tigerzord is
I don't know, I
Because
feel
when
like-
they're together, they all
It's got an
operate
energy
it
shield,
simultaneously.
an energy ball
I
attack,
feel like that
and
would
a
be more
wicked drop
efficient
kick.
though, right?
Maybe.
And its finishing move is literally
Well, maybe
like
it's like a
a
Pacific
giant
Rim thing where they
robot
link their
on fire
minds and
shooting
read all
it
their
through
memories.
everyone in its
And then
But
they
it
know
would
how
be
to
like
act
a lot
together.
of-
Obviously,
Is
the
he
Mega
truly that
Tigerzord
strong, or would it be
hasn't
like
lost a
just,
match.
you know,
The Mega Tigerzord is
like a
so
lot of
powerful,
strain on
it's
one
even had
person?
that
I'm not
finishing
sure.
move
Just
reflected
thinks
back at it.
faster.
Survived, and all it did was fall over and look
He has even said in his own words that he can run the Mega
And
Tigerzord
that
by
damage
seeing
overloads
faster.
The Tigerzord's connection to the Morphin Grid and annihilate it. But don't get me wrong, this is one ass-kicking, mighty morphin, fire-birding, flame-sorting power kitty. Meow.
Saba, are you ready, pal?
He was not enthusiastic about that one.
No.
You are. All right, Tigerzord, power up!
I feel like it would probably be who's the guy that like talks in a fishbowl and he's like
I mean,
he
the
looks
giant
like
head.
yeah, the giant head. Who's the
I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head. But
he's the one. Well, anyway, my point is like he's the one who grants these random people like the powers from the grid, right?
yes.
Do you think he has any regrets?
Probably
Like-
some.
Do you think? Do you think he spends? Do you think the White Ranger spends a little too much time talking to the sword and the giant head thinks like, you know, why didn't I pick somebody who spend a little less time talking to the sword and a little
Would
more
you?
time
I would
with
talk
the-
to the sword.
Yeah, but
That's what was
It's-
going with me on
like,
dates. That's what was going with me to school, to my
Okay,
job.
I don't know about that much, but
That's what sleeps
I-
me in bed.
talking to the sword is not a metaphor. It's just like
It's just something he does.
it's something he does. And
If I had a
think it's-
sword that
I
would
think
that could
it's-
talk back to me,
right, it's
and not just me
sentient.
talk to it.
I think he
if
talks
you-
to it a little too much. I
If
feel
you
like
had to swing your friend around as a weapon, I think you would have to make some conversation to make up for it.
Exactly.
I feel like if I found out a sword could talk, I would be stoked, but it would be a strictly professional relationship. And I feel like he is doing it in like excess where it's actually diminishing his time like he could be spending as like a team leader.
Does he feed the sword?
I don't think it needs to eat.
But like, you know, for the sword's pleasure of trying
The
new
we-
foods.
I don't know.
It's the weird thing is he probably knows that.
Oh my
Anyway.
god.
And so the Gundam Epyon was born.
Do you think you've built a god?
I
or
think
something?
they
Maybe I
made it a little bit earlier than
Epyon
that.
is a fierce force of
Maybe.
metal and badassery.
Probably.
Like all Gundams,
Epyon's pilot is the legendary warrior and Trace's closest friend, Zex Marquis.
That's the thing. I feel like they're
Lightning
giving
Count.
credit to it. Like,
Commander of
yes,
Yaw's Special
dude,
Forces,
make no
valedictorian
mistake.
of a prestigious
You have to
military
pay
academy, and
absolute
sole
attention
pilot
or
of
this
the
shit will
unstable
fuck you up.
Gundam program.
Yeah.
How does the Wizard
And
of
this is
Oz
man-made,
fit into this
like,
now? Anime
the Zord is not.
seriously confuses
Yeah.
me.
Zex stumbled through the ensuing chaos like a lost pup, always ending up fighting for the wrong cause.
I would love to
by
see a
complete
live-action
accident.
Gundam
Whoops.
Epyon
I don't understand.
show or movie that's like The Boys.
Oh,
Where it's
my,
just like
I mean, maybe.
all the
Oh, I
real
have an
world
awesome giant
consequences
Gundam
of
that everyone needs to do
Gundams
awesome
existing.
stuff. Poor me.
Of the jet
But
fuel
plot
exhaust.
twist,
Yeah.
Zex
Destroying
has
the
been
planet.
hiding a secret
well, like
identity.
you just saw him
He is,
slice a
in
plane in
fact,
half.
Yoyaro
Like,
Peacecraft, the long
just
lost
even
engine
the
of
ramifications of
pacifist
having a
Saint
giant
Gundam.
robot.
Aside from 2 tiny Vulcan guns, Epyon was designed as a dueling suit and lacks effective long-range weaponry. But that's okay, cause check out this sword!
I mean, it can fly.
Exactly. It doesn't really
Really,
need
it doesn't-
long range.
Yeah.
And unlike other Zero systems, this modified version shows Zex his opponent's face as he's murdering them.
Oh, that's right, for the nightmares.
It gets worse.
I feel like I
The
have
Epyon
my
system
vote
relies on
decided,
Zex ignoring all
but I'm
distractions,
worried.
including his
I
own
have an
drive
idea
to
of
win.
what could go wrong to take it the other way.
Oh.
I'm not gonna say what it is
It
until
predicts
after
every
we
possible
vote.
outcome. All
So with that, who do you guys got?
I am going with Gundam Epyon.
Okay.
I am also going with Gundam.
Okay.
Okay.
The reason I'm going with that is because I think that he's too mobile.
Suit Gundam?
Yeah, the Gundam is too mobile to be able to be outfought by the Tigerzord. The thing I'm worried about is this isn't like a controversial episode, right? This is just a generally thought of as good one.
I don't know if everyone loves it as much as I do, but it's generally thought of to be pretty damn good.
Okay, because I feel like there's a potential for controversy, but if there's not, then this fear is abolished. They get to the point where they fight outside of the suits, but it's about the mechs. It's about the suits.
Yes.
So
It should be.
Their ability as fighters and soldiers are taken into account because of the fact they do, they do control their movements and all that. But
Yeah.
this is not about their own physical feats.
yeah, because the White Ranger would be a better fighter outside of the suit.
Oh,
but I think-
absolutely. He would kick the shit out of Zex.
but Gundam Epyon, I think, would beat Tigerzord. That's my vote.
Well, my reasoning is similar, and I actually thought, because it was right around when Luke said he thinks he knows his vote, was because we know White Ranger is a bit unstable, considering he was once evil. He tends to be the gloating type in battle, and he at least
to a
I don't
sword.
know. I think he's not all there in
enough.
part of that, but Gundam has that computer that they mentioned that literally feeds on emotional range.
Yeah.
And I feel like that comes into play here. So that is my reasoning behind probably why he would get an advantage over Tigerzord, and I think that it is probably better to have a trained pilot than untrained.
Fair enough. I will throw this out before we go. No matter who wins, no matter who loses, I stand on this opinion, and that is the Tigerzord's fucking cooler.
Definitely yeah.
Tiger is cool.
I mean,
All right, Saba. Time for a weekly test run.
Excellent. Let's test the weapon systems.
Just make sure the safety systems are on.
Safety systems activated.
Oh, does it hit
That will
Epyon and then that starts the fight?
right?
Not exactly. I will say my one issue is this right here. I do not like this.
Zex, what are you doing down there?
Hello, Nine. Just brooding over how I nearly destroyed the Earth.
Very edgy, but very in character.
You've gotta lighten up, you grump. Well, how about we do that thing you're always asking about? You know, the one that rhymes with your name.
What? Really?
Of course. I think it's
What's the
time
point of
to-
this?
That
No! Eventually.
I think I'll drive.
I would not have agreed to voice act that. Oh, it depends on the paycheck, I guess.
Warning!
It can't have been that good.
Yeah, it was one line.
Must be one of
No,
six.
2, sorry.
0 meters!
There's a few lines. She was there.
I'll break your face! Is it just me, or do Zed's goons keep getting smaller and angrier? Whoa, he's quick for a little guy.
Stop messing around and start defending!
Right, time for action. One Tiger Saba! All right, Saba, I want the Tigerzord to follow my
How
every
tall is the
move.
Tigerzord?
A lot taller than Epyon.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Basically
exact
building
numbers.
height.
Yeah.
Lady skill, but you're too slow for Epyon.
How's this? Hyperspeed! Time to stamp out some evil! What are you playing hard to get? All right then, go along! White Tiger Thunderbolt!
The White Ranger's voice actor is doing a pretty good job.
Oh yeah.
It's better than the actual one, I think.
A little bit, yeah.
More emotional range.
You're finished.
What the hell? Where are they?
It's a hallucination from the Epyon system.
What? What's that?
I hate that voice actor.
Yeah, I don't think he's. I nothing against him, but I don't think he's doing great.
It needs a little more practice at the role.
Yeah.
Quick, Tommy! There's circle on his chest! It must be a weak spot!
Right.
Don't get cocky.
What? He didn't explode?
Well, this defies all logic!
Nice cocking kid, don't get shooty.
We're grounded!
Tommy, call the Zords!
You got it! I need Thunderzord power, now!
Hold on, wait a minute. Give us a second.
This to me was the selling point. Is
Yeah.
basically just that it's like for Power Rangers as a whole, just that it's fucking like, you know, let's take a minute and appreciate this heavy metal music and bright flashing rotoscope thing on screen, and then they just start kicking ass.
That's fun. That's very
I can
fun.
see why it would appeal to me today and me at 4.
Here it comes. Routing all power to thrusters. And now to the beam saber. Or no! No! Son of a bitch!
I don't know why, but I think Saba screaming "son of a bitch" is so funny.
Does that imply that? Does that imply that the Tigerzord was powered by some kind of a nuclear reactor, or does that imply that like the saber sword was so hot that it caused some kind of a, or the heat saber?
It was just so
Caused some
much
kind of a
energy that the hair metal band couldn't handle it. Blew up other shit.
Oh my god. I think it's more the beam saber.
Look how they didn't get the crying eyes right on.
Oh yeah.
This was a surprising.
What were they gonna do?
close
Track
call.
it? That
At
takes
first
time.
glance, the Tigerzord towers over Epyon and is fast enough to keep up with it. Yet Epyon destroyed Barge, a 26,000-foot-long space fortress. with
He said
one
$26,000.
Just one. There's no doubt that a few swings like that were enough
It's
to overload
surprisingly
Tigerzord's
cheap. What's the
connection to the
estate
morphing grid.
I mean,
for
this goofy looking
space?
skeleton dude did it, so I imagine
Can't buy a new
giant
car for that
laser sword
price.
wielded by a devil robot could do it too.
Also, Zex is a far more experienced and properly trained warrior, unlike Tommy, who was drafted in the middle of high school. But the Tigerzord wasn't helpless. Its megaform even duped the Epyon system for a moment. But unfortunately for our favorite White Ranger, Epyon is an ever-evolving dueling machine.
Stupid future predicting robot, and it's really fucking sweet sword. God damn it.
The winner is the Gundam Epyon.
I still hate that because I like Power Rangers more, but I accept it. So
I agree with this.
any ending thoughts before we move on?
I am happy to take that point. I think Gundam is a little bit more like grounded, which is something that for some reason always appeals to me, and like a comparison between two medias.
I get that.
I'm slightly happy that I got a point right, and moderately unhappy that Nick also got a point right.
Fair enough. All
You're
right.
you're more unhappy that I got a point right than you are that you got a point right.
I would have rather gotten it wrong, so we could have at least been different. I switched my answer to Tigerzord.
No, we're not doing that.